Brooks Glycerin 22 gets a very big update. The midsole is completely different. It is now DNA tuned, which is on the Glycerin Max and which now makes its first appearance in the regular Glycerin. Quite exciting. How does it feel? How does it ride? I'm going to tell you everything about it. Hey everyone, and welcome back on the channel. My name is Alex. In today's video, we are reviewing the Brooks Glycerin 22. I got my pair a few weeks ago. I have now the necessary amount of kilometers to run in the shoe. Brooks sent it to us, but they don't get to preview this video nor to make any changes to it. So it's honest and transparent as always. And without no further ado, let's go into the specs. This shoe weighs, in my size, US 11, EU 45, 317 grams. The sample size is around 280 grams. And this is slightly heavier than the Glycerin 21, which in my size US 11, EU 45, right here was at 311 grams. So we have a 6 grams difference between the two shoes in my size. Is that a good weight for a daily trainer? Yes, it's pretty average. In my size for daily trainers, we tend to be around 290 down or up to 340. So this is really in that ballpark. And for daily trainers in general, I don't really mind the weight. So there's not a big issue here. 38 millimeters in the heel, 10 millimeters drop, and a price point of 180 euros. Releasing in January 1st or 2nd for that matter. So really around the corner. And that's also why I'm super excited to be reviewing this shoe today. Looking at the upper, we have a brand new upper with a new heel construction and a double jacquard material. What does it mean? It means increased comfort, at least in theory. Is it the case? Yes, I do prefer the comfort of this upper. I will, however, add a caveat to that because the new heel construction, for my personal preferences, is really elevated in terms of comfort, experience. Even the first step-in feel, I really do prefer that heel. It works super well for me when running. But I could see some people for which this could be protruding a bit in their Achilles. So make sure you try this shoe in your local running shop before buying it. Or if you're super confident, just buy it online at one of our retail partners linked in the description, where you can return the shoe in case it doesn't work. I do believe that for most people who will put their feet in this shoe, they will just discover an amazing experience because of the color, but also because of the rest of this upper, which is probably a little bit less breathable than on the 21 and 20, that is Glycerin 21, Glycerin 20. But I do really like the comfort of it. And Brooks is known for having super comfortable feet. This is the case again here on this shoe. It doesn't depart at all from the glorious fits that Brooks is able to pull off. The tongue is not gusseted. The laces do not have anything too specific about them. They're on the thicker side of things. They hold really well. And the shoe is true to size. It can feel a bit short to a certain extent, but I wouldn't go half a size up by any means. So just something to have in mind. The fit feels a little snugger compared to Glycerin 21, Glycerin 20, but it's still, that very traditional, very comfortable Glycerin fit. Feels super premium, just like what the Glycerin is in the Brooks lineup, that premium daily trainer. Looking at the midsole, that's where the huge changes are happening. We have a new DNA-tuned midsole on this Glycerin 22. First time this DNA-tuned midsole is on the regular Glycerin line because it's already featured on the Glycerin Max. How does it work? What is all about DNA tuned? It's basically two foams, an inside compound and an outer rim, bigger cells on the outside, smaller cells on the inside, providing with that stability and structure around with that white bigger cell piece that is visible here. And then on the inside, you can kind of see it or guess that it's here. A bit less so than on the Glycerin Max, where you can really feel there's something inside or see there's something inside. But even here, you can see there's like that yellow fluorescent layer inside the white rim, and that's the smaller cells, a bit softer, more comfort, and the two working together is the concept of DNA tuned. How does it ride? What's the comparison against Glycerin 21 and Glycerin Max? Obviously, this is much more agile, much more snappy compared to the Glycerin Max. It does have that same midsole feel, so if you enjoy DNA tuned on the Glycerin Max, you will have that same feeling in the shoe. It does feel significantly softer, or at least, quite softer compared to the DNA Loft V3 that was on the Glycerin 21 right here. I ran in these two shoes for an A/B test, and the DNA Loft feels firmer, almost less cushioned compared to the DNA tuned. So very insightful to compare the two side by side. The flexion is still quite good, and the lateral torsion is also present, but not too much, which makes it a relatively stable, neutral, premium daily trainer. The width of the platform also helps for that because it's on the wider side of things, especially here in the forefoot. You can really feel that you have a ton of material here under your big toe when pushing at toe off, which is a good thing. The ride itself is, like I said, agile, lively, very cushioned, almost a bit too soft for me, but for anything recovery, easy paces, even endurance, where I don't mind the softness, it's really fine. I did pick up the pace on the track with this shoe for some 200s just to see how it reacts, and it did quite well. Obviously, this foam is also one of these foams that kind of have different natures depending on the paces at which you are running in it. And I was surprised to feel that this DNA tuned had some capacity at faster paces, which wasn't the case necessarily on the Glycerin Max, simply probably because of the weight of the Glycerin Max. But here, with a lighter package, a good outsole traction as well on the track, which is noteworthy. I would say that DNA tuned kind of revealed a second nature, revealed a second face of itself at slightly faster paces. It was only 330, 345 per kilometer for these 200, so nothing stellar, but that was fast enough to kind of see how this shoe and how this foam reacts at slightly faster paces, which in theory the shoe is not really meant for, but hey, I wanted to try, and it was a good test. Also, like I said, quite grippy, nice surprise. As you can see, it still has a very nice cutout right here to allow for the flexion, but also that guide rail that is helping you align your foot strike to be, again, a natural help in terms of stability. And the package in general is very competitive. At 180 euros, it competes against the likes of the Nimbus, maybe the Adistar Beyond. The Triumph as well is in that ballpark. And because of the comfort of the upper, the fit that is really superb in this shoe, and that new midsole, I think it's kind of, one of the best premium daily trainers out there in 2025. I am biased because I like Glycerin shoes, the Glycerin lineup for quite some time. The Glycerin 20 was really a shoe that I liked. And here, Glycerin 22, it's a good shoe. That's all I can say. Thanks a lot for watching. Enjoy your run today, enjoy your ride, and let's link to the review of the Glycerin Max. Let me know, do you want a comparison of this versus the Glycerin Max? Does it make sense? Maybe some of you out there are hesitant in between the two shoes. If you want a comparison, just say so in the comments and I will prepare it for you. In the meantime, go check the Glycerin Max review. Thanks a lot for watching. Enjoy your run today, enjoy your ride. Go beyond your limits, and I will see you in the next one.